Have you ever experienced difficulty in falling asleep because your mind keeps racing? You are exhausted after a long day and have completed your tasks. But when you lay down, your mind starts to bring up worries about past mistakes or future obligations, keeping you wide awake and frustrated. In this video, I will discuss how worry and anxiety can hinder your ability to sleep, teaching you a powerful skill to help you sleep. Our bodies and brains are naturally wired to sleep. Sleep is a natural and important process for our well-being. However, if we struggle to fall asleep, it's often because we've developed habits to keep our brain awake. Creating a predictable bedtime routine and practicing good sleep hygiene can help our brains release sleep hormones like melatonin through learned associations. Learned associations refer to connections that our brains make between different stimuli based on our experiences and behaviors. For example, if we consistently follow a certain routine before going to bed, such as taking a warm bath or reading a book, our brains can learn to associate those activities with the upcoming sleep time. This association can trigger the release of sleep hormones, preparing our bodies for a restful night's sleep. On the other hand, those with insomnia often develop the habit of thinking about their day when they lie down, causing their brains to associate their bed with worry time rather than sleep time. So, when we repeatedly worry in bed, our brain associates it with time of worry instead of sleep. However, our brain is capable of rewiring itself and changing these associations. To do this, we need to train our brain to associate the bed with sleep by worrying about things at other times. It's not effective to try and force our brains to stop worrying because worry has a purpose. It helps us stay safe, complete tasks, and be productive. When it comes to worrying and getting good sleep, it's essential to understand that trying to suppress worry may not always be the best strategy. Instead, we need to redirect it to other times of the day, allowing our minds to focus on other things when it's time to go to bed. One way to achieve this is by practicing consistent bedtime routines that signal to the brain that it's time for sleep. In addition, practicing good sleep hygiene, such as creating a relaxing sleep environment and avoiding stimulating activities before bedtime, can also help our brain prepare for sleep. By consistently practicing these techniques, we can rewire our brains and create new associations that promote better sleep quality. Worry can be a useful tool when it prompts us to take actions and prevent problems. Productive worry can help us remember important tasks like taking out the trash or paying bills. But when worry becomes unproductive, it can lead to endless hypothetical scenarios and anxious thoughts that flood our bodies with stress hormones. This can even create a cycle of worrying about worrying, making it difficult to sleep. To combat nighttime worrying, it's important to process emotions and thoughts during the day. This means taking the time to face your concerns head-on and allowing your brain the space to work through them. If you find yourself constantly busy or distracted throughout the day, your brain may not have the opportunity to process and resolve these worries, leading to nighttime anxiety. Remember that it's normal to worry, but finding productive ways to cope and process these thoughts is key. By addressing your worries during the day, you can avoid the negative impacts of unproductive worry and achieve a more peaceful and restful sleep. Just as a garden requires continuous care and attention to flourish, our brain also needs dedicated effort to stay healthy. It's crucial to water, prune, and weed our garden regularly to ensure it doesn't become tangled and overgrown. And the same goes for our mental health. If we constantly distract ourselves and avoid processing our emotions and worries, they can accumulate and become overwhelming, making it difficult to address them later. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to ignore our difficult thoughts and feelings. However, taking the time to process and address them can have a calming effect. By dedicating time each day to reflect on our concerns, we can prevent them from overwhelming us at night and disrupting our sleep. To achieve this, it's essential to slow down during the day and disconnect from devices. We must deliberately set aside time to worry and address our concerns, showing our brain that we are taking care of it, just as a gardener provides nutrients and water to their plants. Deliberate worrying, also known as worry time, means intentionally making a plan to address our worries. It is a technique that can help you manage your worries and improve your ability to fall asleep. Think of deliberate worry as a scheduled appointment with yourself to process your concerns. So the idea is to set aside a specific time each day to focus solely on your worries, so you can process them in a healthy way and achieve more restful and peaceful sleep. Here's how to do it. First step, start by creating a worry list. Take a few minutes to write down anything that's been on your mind, from work-related stress to personal relationships or health concerns. Don't worry about solving these issues just yet. The goal is to get them down on paper so you can focus on them during your scheduled worry time. Next, schedule a time to worry. Set aside a specific time each day to focus solely on your worries. This could be 10-15 minutes before bed or any other time that works for you. The key is to give yourself dedicated time to process your concerns. When your scheduled worry time arrives, take a deep breath and review your worry list. Start with the concerns that are causing the most stress and anxiety. For each worry, brainstorm possible solutions or actions you can take to address it. Write down each solution next to the corresponding worry. During this process, it's important to practice acceptance. Some worries may not have immediate solutions, and that's okay. Instead of trying to solve them, practice accepting them for what they are and focusing your energy on the worries that you can address. After your designated worry time ends, it's important to take a moment to reflect on any progress you may have made in addressing your worries or finding solutions. Acknowledge and celebrate these accomplishments, as they can help boost your confidence and reduce your anxiety towards your concerns. Deliberate worry can be stressful, so it's important to balance it with positive experiences and activities. If you find yourself still feeling anxious or worried after your scheduled worry time, try refocusing your mind on something relaxing or positive. This can include taking a warm bath, reading a book, or practicing mindfulness technique like deep breathing or meditation. Consistency is key when it comes to deliberate worrying. To see the most benefit from deliberate worry, it's important to practice it regularly. Aim to do it at the same time each day, and adjust the time as needed based on your progress. With time and practice, deliberate worry can become a natural part of your routine, helping you achieve a more restful and peaceful sleep. By following these steps, you can learn to manage your worries and improve your sleep quality. The goal of deliberate worry is not to solve all your problems, but rather to process your worries in a healthy way, so you can rest easier and wake up feeling refreshed. As a temporary solution, deliberate worrying can be helpful in situations where you need to quickly process and address a problem. By deliberately worrying about the issue, you can identify potential problems, generate solutions, and take actions to address the issue. Once the problem has been resolved, deliberate worrying can be set aside. It can be a useful tool when used in moderation and with mindfulness. But it's important to learn healthy coping mechanisms and strategies to manage anxiety and stress in the long run. These may include mindfulness practices, exercise, cognitive behavioral therapy, and other stress-reducing techniques. If you keep using these techniques, along with good sleep habits, like sticking to a regular bedtime routine, you can train your brain to sleep better without feeling anxious. In the meantime, you may also find it helpful to watch progressive muscle relaxation, body scan, or self-hypnosis videos on my channel, which could help you sleep better as well. And if you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.